Okay, I am live everywhere and I'm live on YouTube. Okay, I am live. I'm live on YouTube, Kick, X, Facebook, Twitch, and of course, TikTok. So, wait for everyone to hop on in here. Good morning, Mohammed. I'm going to share some thoughts here in a couple minutes as everyone hops in. So, I'll say good morning to everyone first. Good morning, good afternoon, Lavi. Let's go. Good morning. I'm already not going to be able to name everyone here, so good morning, everyone. Good morning, Kate and Untexas and Chris and Valerie and Matt and JN Crypto and everyone else. Okay, sorry, I can't name everyone. Good morning. Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you are. Should I KOC my SHIB to ICP? What's KOC? KOC. I'm assuming you mean like just sell your SHIB and move it to ICP. I did post something on X. Good morning, Serge. In Trump rules. Good morning. I'm going to panic sell everything. If you're being honest, that makes me very excited. So, Mr. Cuz, what are you talking about? Oh my goodness, I warned you, you did not listen. What are you talking about? You have been bearish, but I have expressed a great deal of concern, especially over the last few days. Congratulations. But to say that I did not listen, there were so many times that you gave your warnings and I was like, yeah, you might be right. But I'm taking into a lot of things into consideration. But don't be sitting in this live stream talking about you warned me and I didn't listen. That's so far from the truth. What a ridiculous comment. Losing the 100 MA and having 5 weeks in a row, red in a row in a bull market has not been seen before. Okay, you did not. I did not listen though. All right, let's see. Five red weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 red weeks right now. So do we have one more red week, Mr. Cuz? Okay, all love with Mr. Cuz. So what happens then? You know, I mean, all right, here's 2021. 1, 2, 3. Is this Heikinashi? Hold on a second. I'm on the Heikinashi candles. Never mind. All right, 5 red weeks in a row. All right, you are right. 5 red weeks in a row. And it was not 5 red weeks in a row in 2021. It wasn't even 5 red weeks in a row in November of 2021. So, I mean, that point, I don't know, man. I don't know if that's all that significant. We got a little too excited too fast. So, yeah. All right. Some things that I want to point out here. Pretty sure there were like 4 green candles in April on the daily. I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so I'm noticing a couple of things here. Let me just say this. All right, Bitcoin is right now at 57. Yeah, what's the 58K support everyone's talking about? That's a good point. 57.4 is where we are right now. Guys, there's so many things that are not in our favor right now that would make me think that 57.4, 57 is not quite the bottom. So where are we going to bottom? You know, wherever we do bottom, I think there's a good game plan that we can have in place to make money on either a retrace or another leg up at some point in the future. So spot Bitcoin ETF flow has just been straight up negative, just straight up negative. Yeah, ETF flows are out bad. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Cuz. So last 5 days, 120 million negative, 217 negative, 83 negative, 51 negative, 161 negative. Fidelity started selling for the first time last week, started unwinding their position. And so ETF flows are not in our favor. The Hong Kong ETF was a dud. It was a major dud, which I was not surprised about. So those are some things that are not in our favor right now. One thing that I will point out is this dump with Bitcoin. It's also been followed. It's been accompanied by a Bitcoin dominance dump, and so I just noticed that yeah, altcoins are down, but it's not as terrible because altcoins just straight up have capitulated. So you know they've already had their dump, and now Bitcoin's had its dump, and so yeah. So anyway, what are we looking at? Let me lay out the worst case scenario because I see some comments here. 52K, 53. Here's the there would be some support at 52, 53, but every time that we get too far gone from the bull market support band, the bull market support band is at 50. The top of it's at $56,000. The bottom is at 54.5. Every time that we've gotten too far gone from the bull market support band, we have, and then we've come back down to it. We've never been able to hold it. And so why would that be support? Well, you know, 53K, the 702 retrace, there was a great deal of resistance with that in what was that, in February. It took us, you know, about a week to break through the 702 retrace. That's where I started selling a lot of my crypto. And bottom 58, we're below 58. What are you talking about? Good morning, Takas. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was some kind of a bounce off the 702 retrace at $53,000. But we would need to see a lot of strength to hold that, and we'll see. So, but here's something that listen, I'm not as bearish as Mr. Cuz. Mr. Cuz is in here saying he was right, and you know what? He was bearish at the right time. I will give him that. But there is a concern that if we would not hold $53,000, and that is simply that we got to worry about miner profitability. So miners, they're all in profit right now, and every Bitcoin halving, there was a hash rate drop because miners got priced out, and then you know that was accompanied by a bounce in hash rate, but there was a hash rate drop. And so if we were to get from, you know, under $50,000, I'd be concerned there as well. So Mr. Cuz says you can't do anything before FOMC. We do have Jerome Powell speaking today, and let's get to what's it called? Have we gotten to the total market cap retracement target? Give me a second here. CME Fed Watch tool. Honestly, only 11 million from Hong Kong ETFs. Something is off. I'm not surprised. Retail can't buy. Retail can't buy. So, all right, right now there's a 99% chance that they're not going to lower rates, or that they're going to just keep it where it is. And there's a 1% chance that they're going to raise rates. They're going to keep it where it is. But how is the market going to react to that is the question. So let's see, total market cap retracement. All right, 952 is the total to crypto market cap. That is at it bounced right off the 236 retrace. Not the 236, the 382. If we were to lose the 382, then it really is just sell in May and go away for altcoins. So all right. All right, Mr. Cuz, I see your comments. Anyway, let's see here. Rates cannot go lower. Okay, yeah, for sure. All right, listen. I mean, I've been talking about May not happening, June not happening, July most likely not happening for a rate cut. So let's see, June, is 525 to 550. It's a 90% chance that we're staying, according to the CME FedWatch. July, 75% chance that we're staying where we are, according to the CME FedWatch. September would be the best, the most likely scenario, but it's 50-50 that rates would be lowered in September. And then, I mean, let's see, November. I mean, after that's November. Wow. So November, there's more than, as of right now, there's more than a 60% chance that they would lower rates. So let's just say it happens in September. Rate cuts happen in September. That would give us, in my opinion, about 2 months to have a nice rally, and then things would peak wherever they peak, and that's it. I've been saying peak by the end of the year. That's what I've been saying. So, guys, by the way, I am live on YouTube, on Kick, on X, Facebook, Twitch. For those of you on TikTok, I'm sharing my screen right now. So it's easier for me to keep up because I get a panel where I see all of the comments on all of those platforms. But then I have to look on my phone to see comments from the rest of you. So for the rest of you on TikTok. So anyway, it's all going to depend on how dovish/hawkish Powell's comments are. Is he going to be dovish? I have a hard time believing that, because the stock market isn't really showing as much weakness. The Dow Jones, I don't think that he would look at the Dow Jones right now and be like, "Oh yeah, we gotta do something about that." And so right now, I think the thing that he's going to communicate is we got to fight inflation. We got to do everything we can to fight inflation. So, yeah, same stuff with Powell, same as last two meetings. Yeah, they are killing it with Q1 numbers. Who's killing it with Q1 numbers? Look at Tether market cap. I agree, peak by the end of the year. Plenty of money on sidelines. Look at Tether market cap. Yeah, I mean, I'm still new to stablecoin dominance and analyzing stablecoin dominance. I'll take a look at that. So let me get back to the Bitcoin chart here. I mean, most of my trades right now, I'm looking for swing pattern failures. And if you don't know what that is, just Google it. That's all that I'm doing. I'm trying to be very disciplined as possible, and only focusing on swing pattern failure trading. If you don't know what that is, I'm just going to have to ask you to Google it. But I would say yesterday was the confirmation that we are in, for sure, an official downtrend. There could have been a bounce. You know, other people are saying, we were in a downtrend already. No, we were in a range. Now we're in a downtrend. So lots of money in the market is in stable coins, and people don't understand money movement, waiting for retail. I mean, retail, yeah, when's retail going to capitulate? Somebody asked me yesterday on my TikTok live stream, when's it going to stop going down? And my answer to him was, when you sell. When you sell, that's when it'll stop going down. Ollie, are you still a buyer? Now, I said that last week. Ollie, I know you can see my chart here. When Bitcoin got under $60,000 at the bottom of the range, I said I was a buyer. And then it bounced. Bitcoin bounced up to what? $67,000. And then it went back down. And Ollie, I know you could see my message from my to the members on YouTube. And I said, I'm closing all my longs. And the big thing that I was hoping for was some kind of a pump that would send Bitcoin above the 20-day EMA, but I was always concerned about this bearish crossover here. And so you got to see this. Oh, by the way, for those of you on TikTok, I did say I'm live on YouTube, on Twitter, on X, so or on Kick, World War Bitcoin on YouTube, WW Bitcoin on X, World War Bitcoin on Kick. And so you could see yesterday, or actually when the trading day opened, we had the bearish crossover of the 20-day and 50-day EMA. I'd been warning about that so much. That crossover happened. I had a little bit of hope that we were going to see a nice pump and we would get above the 20-day EMA. But then when I saw that wasn't going to happen, I was like, okay, as soon as this bearish crossover happens, then sells are going to trigger. And that's exactly what happened. And now, we're struggling to even hold the 786 retrace. We cut through that like butter on the way up. So right now, again, I'm trading. I'm not adding to my spot portfolio, not quite. I mean, I'm in general a buyer every day. I'm probably going to buy some more shares of Riot Blockchain so that I can sell covered calls on those. But anyway, Tombstone candle from last month really took effect. There were some signs, but I mean, the last 18 months, it's really worked well for me. Top of the range, when Bitcoin finds a range, at the top of the range, be bullish. At the bottom of the range, at the top of the range, be bearish or cautious. At the bottom of the range, be bullish. And so that's worked out very well for me with a few exceptions over the last 18 months. And so I was bullish at the bottom of the range. Every time we got to the bottom of this range here, $61,400, I was bullish. And then yesterday, I communicated a similar sentiment, but at the same time, I said, this time feels different. And why did this time feel different? Well, the bearish crossover of the 20-day and 50-day EMAs, the Hong Kong ETF being a dud, and then the Bitcoin ETF flow, the spot Bitcoin ETF flow in the United States being as negative as it was. So 5K in AOs or Link. I mean, AOs ahead of the NVIDIA earnings report could at least stay flat, even if things go down. But then, but listen, I'm just trading right now. I'm not buying spot. So Ondo's not moving much. I guess is a good thing. Could give us an entry point. Man, not right now. And again, if it's been holding up well, it can do what Pendle did these last few days and just kind of get caught up with the rest of the market to the downside. So, 61 cents, 62 cents. There's an entry. Alex's Aerodrome going to 64 cents. Oh, it bounced off. Oh, I already saw that. 64, I would say 60. Oh, I could see why somebody would say 64. It's entirely possible. But, so we buy HEEHEE now. All I'm saying, man, I am never going to stop pushing HEEHEE. Like, I'm never going to stop giving everything I can to the development of HEEHEE. If the rest of the market's going to go down, it will also go down. I have committed to buying a little bit every day, to taking some profits out of my trades and putting that into HEEHEE every day. I can long, I can short, I will make money either way, but I'm only trading right now. I'm not adding to my spot positions. So this is what we needed to go higher. Something is what we needed to go higher. Yeah, let me give you a perspective here. So, because it's not all, I don't think it's all doom and gloom. I went into my Coinbase account last night and I was looking at altcoins to just kind of unload ahead of what I thought was going to be that bearish crossover of the 20 and 50 day, what I thought was going to be a lower price. And I looked through and really I was like, man, no, that's pretty close to bottoming out. That one's been holding strong. This one, for a lot of them, I was like, I can't sell these altcoins. It just didn't, loving these doom and gloom posts. It means the bottom is near. It didn't, just from a risk to reward perspective, it didn't seem right. It didn't seem like it would be good for me to sell those cryptos. So here's another perspective for those of you watching on on my you're watching my screen. So those of you who are not on TikTok, by the way, a couple of things here. This is somebody I recently followed. I like his content. Ted Boydston, 6,200 followers. That's my kind of guy. Some of the best traders and content creators have less than 10,000 followers on X. And, he's talking about Bitcoin RSI Z-score flashing a buy. There was another thing that he posted, a Wyckoff chart, Wyckoff reaccumulation update. Price appears nearing at or the spring. So this would be the moment. If we are in a Wyckoff reaccumulation, this would be the moment when we would be at the bottom according to the reaccumulation chart. So anyway, rule of thumb, people were wishing we could buy at these prices a couple months ago. You're getting another chance. Don't screw it up. Let's say I don't have trading skills, knowledge, so only spot buying as a spot trader. Should I hold, buy more, or have a few big balances to stable coins? Move a few big balances. Given how much altcoins have capitulated already, that's the thing I was saying about my Coinbase account. I was looking at each one. I was like, man, I can't in good conscience, not in good conscience. It's like not like a sin or anything to sell. I can't sell a lot of. I sold some. I sold my Shiba Inu, and the reason why I sold my SHIB was because here's the play. Remember this. If there's anything that you take from this live stream, remember this. Meme coins, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. The play is you wait until fear and greed gets to 90, and then you buy those meme coins aggressively. Or you wait till it gets to a little bit close to 90, then you buy those meme coins like crazy and they'll explode. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'll sell my SHIB. Best case scenario for SHIB right now is that it'll get to, it'll just be flat. So learn to read candles, devote as much time learning candles as that is a great starting point to learn to trade. Again, the thing that I'm going to say is spring pattern failures. There are people who do very well swing pattern failures. There are people who do very well only trading based on swing pattern failures. And I'm not going to explain what that is during this live stream right now. So you said to buy. No, you interpreted that I said to buy. I said I'm a buyer at these levels. I said that last week when Bitcoin got to $59,000. And then I warned about the 20-day EMA crossing over the 50-day EMA. This is market manipulation to get all the stuff out before we pump. I hope you're right. I mean, that's what a Wyckoff reaccumulation would be. So just buy the dip. So I said to buy. Somebody says that I said to buy. Last week I said I was a buyer at the bottom of the range. We went up to $67,000. This week on X, I said it's a general rule to be bullish at the bottom, but this time feels different. And I explained all of that on my X account. So here's also what I said. I said when Bitcoin hit $53,000, yeah, funny how people will turn on you on a dime. Yeah, this is normal. I mean, most people are cool. I know that. When Bitcoin went to $53,000, I started the process of selling half of my crypto. And I started with my Bitcoin miners. And for some reason, I didn't know that this was going to be the peak, but for some reason, when I started selling my Bitcoin miners, that was the peak. And then on the way from $53,000 to $73,000, sorry, I just got a phone call. On the way from $53,000 to $73,000, I was selling. I wish I sold more. I didn't sell enough apparently. So what happened to the big thing with HEEHEE? I burned $7 million worth at the time, and then the market tanked, including HEEHEE. So does buy or sell because someone said you're an adult, you're responsible for your own trades, period. That's most people think that. And then some people who are new to this, you know, they don't know better, and then they'll blame the person that they listen to. You're never going to hear me talk about 100%. You must buy now. You must sell now. It's all based on probabilities. So 1500. All right, 3K into LCX or Arrow. Arrow can go much lower. I wouldn't quite be buying it right now. I know that it's down a lot. LCX has just been holding up very strong. Man, I'm so impressed with how LCX has been holding up. You know, I know a lot of people got very impatient with LCX. I say 22 cents for LCX would be a great buying opportunity. My buy box on the screen here. But I'm trading. I'm mostly trading right now until we see something in the market. I do have a long open on Jasmy at 0.01431, 1.431 cents. And so we'll see if that gets filled. I think it will. Jasmy's been interacting very well with its levels. Yeah, Arrow at 64 is a great buy. All right, Invest Daily bought Arrow today, $7,500, or 7,500 Arrow maybe. Well, that would be dollars because Arrow's right at $1. Listen, I don't know. Somebody pointed this out to me. Extra.finance. Oh, that's not. Never mind. Not Extra.finance. Extra Finance Crypto. And this was during my members only live stream yesterday. If you're going to be holding Arrow, you've got to stake it on Extra Finance. And this is not a paid promotion, guys, okay? It's not a paid promotion. I don't have anything to do with Extra Finance. People accusing me of being a shiller of cryptocurrencies that I'm buying, and I want to pass that on. So base pools, Arrow, USDC Arrow, you know, from 431% to 1650. If you're going to be holding Arrow, you know, why not stake it? I don't know the lock period, but if you're going to be holding it, you're also going to be competing against people who are getting phenomenal returns on it. So you might as well be one of those people who's getting these amazing returns on it. And you know what? Arrow's liquidity is awesome. So there's a benefit for that. How is Solana, good or bad? Let's see. I might add to my DOT position fairly large if it dips to 6 again. I'm not a huge fan of DOT, but $6 has been historically. I bought DOT at $6 in December of 2020. Dude, Ring AI is dead. A lot of those new cryptocurrencies, man, the new ones are probably going to be the ones that suffer the most. There's no history. So I'm not saying it's dead, but I wouldn't be touching Ring AI right now. And I did make a video last week. I lost money. You know, I bought some Ring, tried to buy the dip. So that happens with everyone. Solana, I had a Solana buy order hit overnight. Solana, I opened a long on Solana this morning, but I already closed it. So if we could get to the 5-minute chart. It got below the range. I mean, this level right here, $125.97. Last week, that was a phenomenal buying opportunity. And so, you know, I noticed a series of lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. This is what's called a swing pattern failure, is when you break through that next high. Then what you do is you set a limit order on the red candle before the break. And what was the red candle before the break? I was monitoring it on my phone, so I didn't quite get it here. But is that a lower high? So I mean, right now it's a swing pattern failure that you'd be looking to short. So what are you doing right now? Buying, selling, waiting on Bitcoin to rise with nothing? And what do you mean I'm just trading? I'm just trading. I'm just trading means that I'm longing and shorting based off of what the charts give me. Syncus, any hope? Syncus is done. There's no hope with Syncus. Hopefully markets will bounce after Fed meeting. We'll see. So yeah, I'm looking to long, to short on multiple timelines. Multiple timelines. All right, user 417. Buying physical silver now. I bought 100 shares of the ETF, the SLV ETF, to sell covered calls on it. So caught the bottom on Arrow around 86 cents. Good buy or not? I mean, you're up, so that's good. I'd be happy with some profits. So yeah, current pullback is only 23.2% and people are freaking out. Oh, geez, no, this is normal in the cycle. But the fact that altcoins have gone down as much as they have is a bit concerning. Because there's a lot of comparisons right now to 2019, July of 2019, when Bitcoin it spiked up dramatically. It did a 5x over a span of 6 months or so, and then it went right back down, went down to $8,000. So Bitcoin outperformed alts big time during that time, and same deal this time around as well. So was it a good play to move my SHIB to ICP? I think that's not a terrible idea. Right now, there's going to be a time when you're going to very much want to get in SHIB. Have you talked about Quant already? Quant, Starknet. I don't know anything about Starknet. Alex, the course you recommended yesterday for trading, I couldn't find it. Was it a crypto leak? Crypto leet. L-E-T-E, like athlete. Crypto leet. L-E-T-E. If Quant got down to $88 to $86, I'd be loading up on Quant. So Metis, don't know enough. Your plans on Tau? I like Tau. I know it's down, but I'm bullish on Tau. Zilliqa, not a fan of Zilliqa. All right, Pendle. Somebody said something about Pendle being the worst performer in the top 100 or something like that. And the reason why is, guys, last week I was warning, like, if the market dumps, if the market continues to dump, Pendle has been holding up strong, but it's not gonna be able to hold up strong forever. And that's exactly what happened with Pendle. So I was a little bit cautious about buying Pendle. Nothing's changed fundamentally on a long enough timeline with Pendle. I'm very bullish on it. So do you think we're going much lower, Alex, or we hit bottom? I'm just going to have to ask you to watch the beginning of this live stream on the replay on YouTube. So, because I already did talk about that. No comments on Metis. I just don't know enough. You believe in DeSci narrative? Very much so, yeah. Is there a chance the bull run is over? Why is Twitter so pessimistic right now? Is there a chance? There's always an above zero chance. Let's just talk about, on Texas at post FOMC candle. Let's just talk about like if the bull run is over. I want to say this. If the bull run is over, you're going to have fantastic opportunities to make lots of money. And so don't worry. I mean, in that regard, here's the play. Let me give you the play. I'm going to make a YouTube video about this. It's going to publish tomorrow. The play is, if the bull run's over, here's, in my opinion, a confirmation of that. We go down to the lower 30s, something like that, for Bitcoin. Now, even that might not even be confirmation that the bull run is over. But if the bull run is over, we would go down to the lower 30s and then do something like a dead cat bounce or retrace or something like that. And there's going to be a lot of money to be made in that retrace. And so be mentally prepared. If you saw Bitcoin go down to lower 30s, I don't think that's happening. But if you saw it go down to lower 30s, the 200-week EMA is around $33,000. Be unbelievably greedy at that time. And then Again, if it's over, bull run isn't over, says Untexas. I'm in agreement with Untexas. I'm just talking about the scenario because people are saying the bull run's over. So I'm gonna talk through, here's the play if the bull run's over. You buy in the lower 30s, Bitcoin, altcoins, you ride that up to the 50s. We'll get to the 50s. And we would get to something like a 702 retrace, and then it would be over. And everyone would be talking about at that moment, all right, we're well on our way to six figures, $200,000. And at that time, you do what I did when Bitcoin hit $53,000 this year. You don't worry about anyone else. You sell, not financial advice. You sell half of your portfolio, which is what I started doing when Bitcoin hit $53,000. So it doesn't matter. I could be one of those people. I could be one of those people who's sitting here talking about, yeah, Bitcoin's going to $100,000. But if the bull run's over, which some people are saying right now, that's your confirmation. That's your play. We can kill it. We can kill it no matter what. No matter what. So, predictions on Pendle, $57. Market makers always have a plan. At what point, Bitcoin price, will you sell your alts, 52K, 47K, where? Mr. Cuz, I already sold. I sold enough that I'm in a position where it's like, I'm cool with just playing this however it goes. ETF outflows would drop prices lower than 30K and recession too. All right, Mr. Cuz, recession. When's the recession coming? Because I have a good feel, I think, for when a recession's coming. And by the way, I was an economics major in college. My career after being an economics major was very much dependent on interest rates. My entire adult life, I have been paying attention to the Federal Reserve. I feel like I have a good handle on this. Okay. So recession, are we going to enter a recession? And this is where I feel like I'm 75% in agreement with you on a lot of the things that you say. Historically, what happens is when rates go flat, they start cutting rates. We see a little bit of a bounce and maybe even new all-time highs, like in the stock market in 2007. After they cut rates, we hit a new all-time high in the stock market. And so could that be the same case for crypto? And so 2 months, that's what happened in 2007. 2 months, they cut rates, 2 months of a pump, and then it was over. And so here I am, I'm saying crypto market peak in 2024. I've been saying that all year, not 2025. And I've been saying there will be a recession. So it seems like we're very much in agreement, Mr. Cuz. But what I'm saying is we still have some time before a recession comes. And there's going to be like a grand finale of sorts before that recession. So anyway, sorry, I can't comment. I can't respond. Yeah, end of 2024. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking maybe 2025, maybe we'd hit a recession in 2025. So cutting rates with inverted yield curve, there is no cat bounce to new all-time highs. There's a cat bounce. 2007, we went to all-time highs. I know the yield, the inverted yield curve, it's more inverted right now. I'm just saying 2007, they went to new all-time highs. And so, I don't know. I'm going to move on. Bare Naked Crypto has been calling you out hard. I mean, he did last week. I don't know if he's still doing it this week. I don't care. We don't want to see 100 Bitcoin anytime soon. It's really bad for alts. Cryptonomist set 100K. Okay. Shapeshift Fox is the little brother of LCX. I don't know anything about it. Thoughts on Chainlink? I've never been a big fan of Chainlink. Chiggy. That's a great comment. Hey, BlackRock, I'm just ringing up to check in on my 72K Bitcoin investment I made for my children last month. That's great. I mean, do they care about some random person talking about, you know, being concerned about their children? There is a war against the dollar. Afraid we will not win this one. Eventually, yeah. Thoughts on CSwap? Again, ChainSwap. Any new cryptocurrency is going to be much more susceptible to this dump. So ChainSwap, you know, a lot of the new ones, a lot of ones I'll admit that I made videos on, but the reason why I made videos on them is because there was a point in February and March when I noticed like all of my biggest gainers were these low market cap cryptos, sub $10 million market cap cryptos. So is it true BlackRock invested in Ondo or what? I've never thought that was true. It's Ondo. Ondo is utilizing some BlackRock. What's the word? I was gonna say tools, instruments. So, why you think the cycle is going to repeat? The ETF have not helped, and it's way below any past history. Latin guy. There's so many. Every word in your question is wrong. That's so funny. Literally every word in your question is wrong. Why do you think the cycle is going to repeat? I don't quite think the cycle is going to repeat. I've been talking about a peak, whatever, you know, peak in 2024. So your question is wrong. The ETFs have not helped. The ETFs drove the price to a new all-time high before the halving. It's way below any past history. Are you talking about Bitcoin is, as of right now, ahead of schedule? What are you talking about? Sell in May and go away is trend. Mr. Cuz, I've responded. I need to respond to other people's questions. This is going to be the last comment that I respond to. Sell in May and go away is trending hard. Does this trigger you and sound tempting? I mean, I've been talking about the possibility of a sell in May and go away thing for a while. I mean, I think it's just more of a coincidence right now. But, you know, somebody pointed out over the last 5 years, the rates of return from September to April have been phenomenal, and then the rates of return from May to September have not. And that's why I've been talking about the possibility of just like a summer lull or winter lull if you're in the summer, the southern hemisphere. So you are smart and you don't know who Cryptonomist is. He is smart. Are you cool with him? I have no idea who that is. So when does alt season start? It's going to be a while. Oh, man. At 52K, I'll be loading up on a lot of alts. What do you think of this play, World War Bitcoin? Maybe, maybe not. You know, I mean, you're assuming it's going to 52K. Will it go to 52K? It's definitely possible. We're in a downtrend. We are in a confirmed downtrend. So I'm not willing to add to long-term bags right now. I am willing to do short-term entries. So 52K, I would say 53K, that's a 702 retrace. 53K from, you know, I'll open some longs or I'll buy some spot. Definitely, I want to see a confirmed reversal on the daily, a swing pattern failure on the daily chart before loading up on alts. So, is the likely chance we'll be in a bear market by 2025 and peak at the end of this year? I've been talking about that for so long. Smart money pumping into some altcoins. Nansen, I'll type that out. I have pointed out, like, you know, Bitcoin on this dump, Bitcoin's dominance has dumped. So it's interesting. I mean, alts are not suffering. They are suffering, but Bitcoin's the one that's losing the most ground right now. Stagflation bad for market. Oh yeah, sorry, that's a Mr. Cuz comment. I'm not reading any more of your comments. Okay. You still buying render and AOs ahead of the Nvidia earnings report? Yes, I am. Yeah. Do you think AI cryptos will start popping off because of the Nvidia earnings report despite Bitcoin entering a downtrend? If we are down for the next 3 weeks, nothing's immune to that. But if you're going to buy any cryptos, I would say buy some AI cryptos ahead of the next Nvidia earnings report. So from previous cycles, we take around 4 to 7 months out to recover after the halving. Do you think we were done? I've given plenty of thoughts as to why I think we would be done, whether or not, I think we would be done. I don't think this cycle is normal. So I don't think it's going to take 4 to 7 months. 2024 is the party. Whatever it looks like. If things get ugly now, was 2024 already the party? I think there's going to be one more party, whether it's going to be the grand finale or just like, adios kind of thing before a recession. So buy then. Okay, buy, Mr. Cuz. How much do you think AVO will be worth? I don't know anything about AVO. Any update on your HEEHEE coin? I'm still building. I'm still doing everything I can. We just can't compete against the market. So if you're selling any crypto, if you're selling all your crypto saying goodbye, then sure. But I'm buying every day. I am a buyer right now of that cryptocurrency. And I will, if it's over, people are saying it's over. I don't agree. If it were over, I would continue to do everything I can to develop that crypto throughout the bear market for whenever the next bull run is. But we've got another last wave. I'm holding HEEHEE. Please read. I just read. Near price prediction, $28. Cartesi, don't know enough. I say goodbye, B-U-Y. The sentiment is hilarious in this market. Now you see how easy it is for smart money to rob retail. Yeah, we can turn on a dime. On a dime. The moment of peak fear or peak boredom, we can turn on a dime. Render price prediction, $35. There is no way we enter recession before a Trump-Biden election. Zero chance. I'm never going to say zero chance on anything. I'm saying, according to my timeline, we would enter a recession very shortly after the election. So Trump wins, we enter a recession. Maybe there'd be a pop-off for a few weeks after Trump won, like there was in 2016. Stock market pumped big time after he won, the day after he won. So let's say he wins. A nice little pump, but then recession after that. Biden wins, that would probably be the peak. Probably, maybe. I think that would be the peak that day. So you have two price targets of near 28 and 46. What target do you think is most possible? Right now, $28. I haven't seen the development I was hoping for with near. So which moving average do you use? I have the 50, 100, and 200, but you have different line. I have different lines than you. So mine, Philip, is the EMA, and it's not the simple moving average. It's the exponential moving average, and I have 20-day, 50-day, 100-day, 200-day EMA, and then I also have the 21-week EMA and the 20-week SMA, the bull market support band. So Goldfinch pumping in these market conditions, and it's not being shilled by TikTok influencers. That's a good call there. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Thank you, V33. I'm live on YouTube, World War Bitcoin. I am live on X, on Kick, all the above. Do you like Ben Key? I made a video on Ben Key last week. I really like it, yeah. Bitcoin dominance is starting to fall. My alts are higher than when Bitcoin was at 61K a few weeks back. Are you serious? I'll look at like Cello or something. Yeah, maybe you're right. So we just had a big spike up in a lot of altcoins and then right back down. Solana price bull run, $694. Synthetics, I don't have a synthetics price prediction. It's crashing. You scared? Man, I am shaking in my boots, man. I'm so terrified. I just can't you tell? Do you even have to ask? My alts are also higher than the Iran roar. I called it Iran. I always try to say Iran. I'm so scared. Are you scared, user 574? I'm terrified. What do you think of OPSEC? I like OPSEC. I bought high on OPSEC, but I like it. You know? You're the real deal, buddy. Thank you. How is HEEHEE doing? HEEHEE's going along with the rest of the market, man. I'm not. I am not. I will never, literally never give up on that cryptocurrency, despite the fact that it's down. I'm going to make money trading throughout the bear market. I'm going to put some of my profits into HEEHEE. I'm going to add to liquidity. I've been adding to liquidity lately. Just, adding to you can do that on Radium. I'm all in. But, I think my price target is $694 for Solana. That would equate to a much, much higher price on HEEHEE. So will you update your price predictions as you assume the $7 trillion total market cap? I'm still assuming that. So update on Litecoin. I haven't really given any updates on Litecoin. My price target's $466. I'm sticking with that. If we reach 7 trillion by 2024, will your price prediction on altcoins hit? It doesn't matter. Whenever we reach 7 trillion, if it happens this bull run, then I would think most of them would hit. Some of them wouldn't. I'm losing confidence in that ICP call of $223.40. But I'm still very bullish on ICP. Look at Wormhole pumping right now, 10%. Cool. I'm not going to look at it, but that's fine. Where's Calvin? What's up with him? I mean, I think I've seen some videos of his, right? It just pops up on my FYP. I follow him. I never hop into his live streams. So you guys got to remember, at the beginning of this year, I said it was like a 50-50 chance that maybe Bitcoin was going to peak at $53,000. But then the spot Bitcoin ETF buying was insane. And so now I'm thinking normal bull run. I'm still thinking that normal bull run. So can you please lift your USDT curse video? What? I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, John. ETH will go to 1 trillion. I don't know what ETH's market cap is right now. My price target's $11,689. What would be a new price prediction on ICP? I don't know. Maybe $100 or something, but oh, my April Fool's joke video. Okay. Oh, I mean, what's wrong with USDT? Why are you losing confidence in ICP? Honestly, I think it was just when I made the video looking at historic market cap dominance, I looked too early when market cap dominance was too high. Thank you. Or when market cap dominance was much higher. But listen, I'm so bullish on ICP, especially this decade. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Your number one thing is you take profits on the way up. Take profits on the way up. USDC is better. USDT is fine, man. USDT is just fine. LCX price prediction. Now, I'm not changing my LCX price prediction. Matt, I can't look at Ironfish right now. Privacy and Zcash new narrative. We'll see. $2 to $4 for Solidus AI Tech GXX. Is it possible? I don't know where the AI Tech price target is. I mean, sorry, where it is right now, the price. I don't know anything about GHX. So thank you, some serious dude. I'm not going to read your full name. $0.17. Can it get to $2? AI Tech? It can. I mean, we need a full alt season. $25 LCX possible. Too much market cap. That seems too high. I would not say that that's a possibility. If it was a month ago, 6% move down on the day for Bitcoin would be 15 to 20% down. For alt, most have already retraced up to 50%, which is why, Chiggy, I said it was so hard for me to sell my alts, and I ended up not doing that last night. So Aerodrome, $30. I have a price target spreadsheet. I think my target was pretty high for Aerodrome. Are you still holding Beam? Yes, I am. Yep. Thank you, Coinye. All right, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna switch over to subscriber only on TikTok here. 32.20 is my price target for Aerodrome. So, in a few minutes here, Big D. All right, ask a question. I can't answer every question. I'm not trying to ignore your questions. I did respond to your Pendle question. I know that. So how many hours do you sleep? I have 6 kids, man. I sleep when I can. Arc block, I like it. No other thoughts, really? All right, Big D, type in your question. I will specially answer it for you. I'm trying not to ignore anyone in particular, so. Later, Yags. How many baby mamas? I've only ever loved one woman. Yes, GA. To answer your question is yes. Load up on Pond. Sure. Matt, I'm not going to do that right now. Alex, what if you're wrong about the bull run? What am I wrong about? Am I wrong about my price targets? If so, we're going to adjust. You know, the funny thing is, so many people have been complaining that my price targets are too conservative. What if they're way too high? We're going to make money. And I already mentioned, you might not have been here when I mentioned that, Rafa. I already mentioned that Big D, ask a question. I already mentioned that sorry, I got distracted there. Oh yeah. If it's over, which I don't think it is, I very much do not believe that it's over. But if it's over, there's still going to be an amazing opportunity to make a lot of money. So I don't know anything about Miner. I don't have to yell like that. Like, I'm not trying to avoid anyone. I've got 400 people, 350 people on TikTok, and I get this question. Can you answer some of my questions? Seems like you're avoiding me. I'm not. It's got to be frustrating. What's got to be frustrating? Have you ever looked into Pi? Yeah, in 2021, and then I gave up on it. I'm not changing any of my price predictions. I'm either going to be right or wrong. So ICP. All All right, Alex, I think a lot of us are concerned that the bull run is over and we were really hoping for a big run of Bitcoin up to 150K and the alts and memes just ripping. Now it doesn't seem to be happening. Rob, there is an above 0% chance that it's happening. But guys, I mean, have you listened to me this whole time? It's like, there are no rules. This is my number one saying right now. There are no rules, only guides. There are no rules in crypto, in investing at all. There are no rules. It doesn't have to happen that way. We can give price targets based off of past history, but it doesn't have to. It's never had to happen. Oh man. So anyway, but all right, second response to that is there were so many times in 2021, there were so many times in 2017, 2018 when we were well on our way to $20,000 and people were just as scared as you are right now, Rob. Just as scared. I know it doesn't feel that way. You look at a chart like this and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad. But let me point out a couple of things here. You know, we have March 27th of 2017. We just had nonstop green candles up and up and up. Bitcoin went from $963 up to $3,000, from $1,000 to $3,000 within a span of 2 months. And then it dumped down to $1,800. And people were saying the same, people had the same levels of fear as they have right now. It's over. I'm scared. I thought we were going higher. I thought we were going to $10,000. And then bounced right back. And then went up straight for another 6 weeks from $1,800 all the way to $5,000, another almost 3x. And then it dumped to $3,000. I'm scared. It's over. I was really hoping that this was going to go to $10,000, but it seems like it's over. See you in 2020. And every time in 2016, 2017, when this was happening, I would have been sitting here at that moment and I would have been like, I didn't have a channel at the time, so I wasn't interacting with people, getting a gauge for how they were feeling. But I would have been sitting here thinking in terms of probability, like, all right, maybe it's over. 25% chance it's over. Bitcoin went from $5,000 down to $3,000. Maybe it's over. Maybe we need to pack our bags. See you in 2020. But then it bounced. And so here we are with Bitcoin having gone from $73,000 to $57,000, which isn't anywhere near of a correction as to what we saw in 2017. And I'm getting so many comments from people saying, is it done? Is it over? Are we finished? Is the bull run over? And my response is the same thing. It's the same thing. This isn't even anywhere near a 40% correction from the peak to where we are right now. We can certainly go lower. But my response would be, sure, maybe it's 20% chance it's over, 25% chance it's over. But I am of the assumption we're talking about a week and a half after the halving that we have at least one more leg up, maybe more than that, with lots of 20 and 30% corrections on the way up. All right, any comments from Big D? He asked a question on Tether and you missed it. I must not be getting all the comments here. All right. Tether reports record-breaking profit, 4.52 billion for Q1 2024. Is that bullish for the markets? I don't. I really don't know. I don't know. All right. Yeah. For some reason, I'm missing. I'm not getting all the comments here in this box. So, what's your net worth? Great question. All-time high has been 500 plus days after the halving, the last two bull runs. That doesn't have to be the case. That's not a rule. Yeah, retail is easy to manipulate. All right, sorry. Sometimes the comments get filtered out on TikTok. Maybe I'm looking at this chat, this condensed chat of YouTube, TikTok, and YouTube, X, and Kick. So, thank you, Wild Man. All right, I'm gonna switch to subscriber only on TikTok. Thoughts on Jupiter and Radium? Good DeFi plays. I think Radium's better. Okay, I'm also going to end the live stream on YouTube and all the other platforms. My apologies to Big D if I was not able, like if your comment is for some reason not showing up in this box. So it's weird. I didn't realize that it was skipping some comments. All right, see you guys.